Hi, I'm Andre, and I'm a black nerd.
I'm Doug, and I'm a white nerd. I'm sure nobody's ever made that joke, right?
Nobody.
I'm the first one, I'm sure.
Doug Walker, Nostalgia Critic, channel awesome. So cool to have you in the black nerd world.
Cool to have the black nerd in the channel awesome world.
Crossing dimensions, crossover. And there may be a cameo on this side over on that side, if you know what I'm saying. Family Guy and The Simpsons can't be the only one to do it, right?
If it's anything like when Family Guy met The Simpsons, we should probably rethink that.
Okay.
And we do have a Family Guy joke, actually.
Oh yeah,
so it works.
perfect.
So it does work.
Crossovers. Sweet.
All comes full circle.
So we're here to ruin your childhood.
Day one, that's what I said. I want to ruin some childhoods.
So you may remember in a previous video that I did with Jeremy Johns, we got different ideas of movies, TV shows, and cartoons from you guys, and we made up on the spot some reboots for them. Some of them were very nice, some really good, respectful reboots to the franchises. Some of them, mostly the ones I came up with, were the bad if Hollywood had their hands on it and just didn't care.
Probable.
Yeah, the more probable ones, yeah.
From the makers of Smurfs and Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yeah.
But I always say, if there's like a show that people are, oh, you can't make a good movie out of that or a good reboot, you know, it was too corny and too much of its time. I always say look at what they did with the Brady Bunch movie and do that.
Yes.
You know, and do it well. That was a really smart movie. They bring into the current world. They never explain. It's not like, oh no, a dimension transport. No, they just exist.
They just happen to be
You know,
that
and that's
way.
just a great sense of humor.
So we're doing it again. I asked you on Twitter and Facebook to name some different franchises that have yet to be rebooted, which I know is very hard because everything's been touched.
Yeah, they're a dying breed.
Yeah, I always say they're like hiding in a closet or underneath a blanket.
Don't touch us.
Yeah, while the reboot police are coming through looking for them, you know. So we'll see what we're gonna ruin today. First off, Barney.
How can you make Barney good? Well, you know what? Jurassic World would be a really good movie if they just said it was the Barney reboot. That's all you had to do. You just had to change the title.
You have Bryce Dallas Howard like, the kids were not entertained by Barney anymore, so we had to
Make a hybrid Barney.
Yeah. We put Barney and Baby Bop all together.
And clearly not Velociraptors at all.
But it just went haywire and just started eating all the kids. I like this. When you get Jurassic World on DVD, just change your tint so the Indominus Rex is a little bit more purple.
More purple.
And you're good.
I think we got it.
Nailed it. The Snorks. Do you remember the Snorks?
I just remember seeing commercials for the Snorks. I never actually watched the show. They just look like Smurfs with their genitalia in a different spot. I just assumed that's what happened with like the sea people, you know, they used to send away for. Like, I think everyone thought the Snorks was gonna be what the sea people were. And
Yeah.
they were just like little sperm swimming around. They suck. You could have fun with the underwater world.
Yeah.
Do like a SpongeBob thing, just a totally goofy sense of humor.
I think they'd be dead at this point because the water is so polluted. I'm just gonna say they're dead because of pollution. It's our fault. We killed the Snorks.
And then Captain Planet comes in to try to give them mouth-to-mouth and everything.
The Turner Cinematic Universe.
Yes! I love this.
Gargoyles.
That's tough because, on the one hand, like the first couple of episodes are already kind of their own movie. In fact, I remember they used to market it as that. Like, you know, the Gargoyles movie, even though it was never in theaters, it's not widescreen and you saw it on television.
Right.
But it did kind of work as a movie because they sort of did that for a while. Like, especially with Disney shows, like the first 4 or 5 episodes, you could kind of watch as a film, so they would sell it on VHS, but they kind of worked. It's already kind of written for you. Even though I'm very much like, hey, do something new or something, I think that'd be really cool to see a live action version of just doing the first 4 or 5 episodes and bringing that to live action. I think it could work okay.
That's very nice. I think it's a really good way to reboot it. I'm gonna make them kids. And the Gargoyles gotta go to school!
Oh no! How's the Gargoyle gonna fit in? And they're like, you know, they sit down at like the one table that has like no kids. Or at first they're starting to get along, but then their wings accidentally flap, like when they see a hot girl or something. It's like the wings flap and hit like the popular kid and, you know, get the lunch all over them and stuff. It's like, hey Goliath, what, you trying to start trouble? No, I'm not trying to start trouble. And he knows he can kick his ass, but then he remembers like his father said not to, so like he either gets whooped or just embarrassed, and then he's the unpopular kid, but then he fights back one day because the father tells him, you know, sometimes you gotta fight back, and he does, and suddenly he's the cool kid, but at what cost?
Yeah, then he leaves his other gargoyle friends like, you don't know us anymore, man. Now you just want to hang out with the humans. You forgot your gargoyle roots.
And then he takes his shades off, he's just like, what have I become? They have the prom, but it's awkward because they have to make the suit, the tux around his wings and stuff, you know. But the dress that Lisa wears, you know, just all the girls are like, oh my god, she's so pretty, I respect her so much. And then everybody gets along at the end, just like high school is.
Yeah. Big musical number. I feel bad for putting that out there because that is so Disney Channel. It's very Disney, and Disney has Gargoyles, so they could totally do that if they wanted to.
And then they can have a crossover with the Descendants.
Yes! Oh no! Next year on Disney Channel, look for it.
Gargoyles meets Descendants.
What? Quantum Leap.
See, this is where I'm gonna take the Hollywood route, because if they were to do that now, they would go pure corny comedy. Totally play up like him dressing in drag or looking different, being a little kid or something like that. And just like, I don't want to do this. But then he finds out something about the other people like he always does, or he learns something.
And then they have to like stick him into like a celebrity or something like that. Like it'd be Jack Black starring in it, but he's like Beyonce or something. And it has to do like a single ladies dance, because they'll still use single ladies years later. And
then of course it'll be like you said, a big dance sequence, Jack Black dancing, and it'll be like, woo! And like, but it's supposed to be Beyonce, so it's okay, or whatever. It's like, that's my prediction.
From the people that brought you Goosebumps comes Jack Black in Quantum Leap.
Yeah, and it would suck.
Gulliver's Travels, that already happened.
Yeah, sure. With Jack Black.
With Jack Black. All reboots will feature Jack Black in the future. Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
It is a movie! It is a movie! Yeah, the show was the reboot.
Cartoon, animated series like Scooby-Doo. And they have like a talking bat as their friend.
Buffy friend, we're sorry. Betsy messed up again.
Let's see who this killer really was.
Yeah.
Old Man Willard. Yeah, I like just keep working backwards. Go from movie to show to cartoon.
Yeah.
Or like a Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Somebody has to do that Hanna-Barbera cartoon of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I haven't even seen the show, and I know that'll be an amazing idea.
I think that'd be sweet. They're like running around, you get like some music
They have
playing.
like a band and stuff like that. Yeah, and then like instead of like Jabberjaw, it's just like a big band, like you said, just like, oh no!
The Jetsons.
Jetsons could work,
but
I don't think it's going to if they were to do it. I mean, we already had a movie, it was not very good. And the show, let's be honest, it's not that phenomenal either. Future jokes, if done well, are always funny. You look at like Futurama and stuff like that. If they were to do something that had kind of like the writers of Futurama or kind of that similar sense of humor, and not do it like how they did the live action Flintstones movie, like I think you could have something actually legitimately funny, because I think also the visual of like the cities in the sky, I mean, it's like that's a great visual. And you could then make it very interesting commentary, like, what's below, that's the poverty line, and they're trying to climb the poles, and then there's these little electric shocks that just shock, and they're like, ah! Fall down.
Stay poor. And Orbity's gonna be in it. Like that's your toy right there. That's your selling point.
You know how it's already ruined, and I don't even hate the character in the show or anything, but just you can't make this transition to live action, is the dog.
Astro?
Yeah, as soon as you have Astro in it, because he's gonna be CG.
Yep.
And he's gonna be like the live action Scooby-Doo or Dino, and that's really gonna suck, because the only other option is then to make him a real dog, which then people would hate that as well. They'd be like, hey, he's not supposed to be like that, you don't get it. So it's like, you're stuck. The dog has to be CG and can talk, and I love you. You're just screwed.
And then the Astro will be voiced by either a rapper or Eddie Murphy.
What you doing, George?
What you doing, George? I love you, George. They're gonna use that Astro voice to make the rap song.
Yeah, he'll get the CG Astro and get roll, George Jetson, Red Shane, his wife, his boy Elroy. Elroy will come out, yo, Elroy in the house.
Yeah.
And then like,
meet George Jetson. Nicki Minaj is Judy Jetson, because Tiffany was Judy Jetson, the voice in the animated movie, so yeah. Nicki Minaj would be Judy Jetson. I want to see that now. I want to see Nicki Minaj dressed up as Judy Jetson.
But not in a movie, just in general.
Like for Halloween or something. Alf.
I don't know how you do that. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I don't know how you would do it, even if you were to like update it.
Goldblum?
No, don't do that.
Don't eat the cat.
That would be in the trailer. We just said, now don't eat the cat. What was that one movie? It was like Project Alf or Escape Alf. They tried to make a TV movie. It'd probably be that. It'd be like Alf running away from the evil FBI or CIA, and then he like, takes cover in a house. The evil FBI find him, and then it's like, no, don't you know FBI? It's about family. We don't want to hear about family. We're gonna break Alf out. What? How are we gonna do that? Dad, you never drive a car like this. Suburban reference.
They try to pass Alf off as their dog, and of course they had to throw him like in a dog show.
That would be it.
They put him in like the Westminster Dog Show or something like that. The most talented dog ever, and he's like dancing or something.
And then there'd be some sort of like Halloween costume party where he just comes in like costume, and of course there'd be another dance sequence where he had to sing or rap or something like that.
Shumway.
Do the Alf.
Who would voice Alf?
It'd have to be the guy. I mean, nobody else has that voice.
But
I mean,
you
it's
gotta have that celebrity voice.
The only one I could think of, even though he kind of did already for something just as terrible, is probably Bill Murray. That'd be the one like they would try and go to.
Yeah, so we gotta trick him again, make him think it's a Coen Brothers film.
Yeah, there you go.
Like with Garfield.
Be Francis Ford Coppola. It's like it's not Ford, it's just four.
Yeah.
No, it's done by Francis making it for Coppola.
Well, Doug, I hate to break the news to you, but there's been talks at Sony about actually making an Alf movie.
Oh God.
And they're talking to the people that brought us the Smurfs.
Smurfs. Don't surprise me.
So Neil Patrick Harris, get that resume ready. This is the last one, and I'm sorry,
What's this?
but it's on here. Doug. Sorry. Well, that was great. That was fun. Sorry that we ruined your childhood or we ruined your life if your name is Doug. Be sure to check out Doug as Nostalgia Critic and all his cool stuff at channelawesome.com. Thank you so much for watching. We love you like a play cousin. We are Audi 5000 Chain Chomp. Yelp.
Let's go ahead and do the crossover anyway. It can be any movie you want.
Smurfs.
Any movie you want.
Smurfs.
Any movie you want.
Smurfs.
I'm sensing an Earth Girls Are Easy vibe from you.
Smurfs.
Fantastic Four.
Smurfs.